Okay, going live. Hey, this is Aaron with Stroman and Associates. I've been working on a new project and FedEx just dropped off the box. So I'm going to bring you guys in as I unbox it. This is kind of risky. I've never done this before because what if it didn't turn out well? That could be a problem. But hey, no risk, no reward. So let's open this up and see what's inside. Safety first. Always close your box cutter after you cut the box. Look at this. Some paper. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna take, take some of these out. So, yeah, here's the risk that even though they had some bubble wrap, there's some of these got a little dinged up, but it's okay. I'm going to try to slide out one stack of cards. Okay, yeah, I think I did it. So this is a little card set. And what we are looking at is 39 Principles of Executive Leadership by yours truly, us here at Stroman and Associates. So I've been working on this and I put this together, the 39 principles. I haven't posted them on Instagram. I haven't really published them anywhere, but I did. So this like step one, phase one is just making principle on a card. So there's 39. There are actually 40 cards, little leadership principles that I think will take you really far. So let's just do principle number one here real quick. The brick principle. And this principle is that trust is a foundation on which leadership is built. If you want to build your leadership, you have to have trust as your foundation. You have to be trustworthy. People have to trust you. A lot of organizations, when they don't trust their leader, individuals don't trust their leader, there's an automatic ceiling for the potential for that organization. So you have to be trustworthy as a leader. You have to build trust. If trust has been damaged, you have to repair trust. Such a good principle. So there's 39 of these, but there's actually 40 cards because I put one in there that's a fill in the blank. That's principle number 39. It's like fill it in. The 40th card is the just the kind of cover card. But we got one that's fill in the blank. And this is for me to learn from you because there are way more than 39 principles of leadership. But for what I'm doing, I created, just started somewhere. So I'm going to start 39. Here's principle number 2, the tug of war principle. Conflict is necessary for a healthy leadership team. You have to have healthy conflict. Conflict is good. A lot of people try to avoid conflict. By nature, that's what I do. I try to avoid conflict because it's uncomfortable. But the product of healthy conflict is growth. Especially if you're working on a team, which you're a leader, you're leading people, you're leading groups of people. So that by definition is a team, and you have to have conflict. People have to be able to push up against the leader, to challenge ideas, to be able to weigh into decisions, even challenge decisions. And if you're a good leader, you're getting that insight before you actually make the decision. You help You let your team be a part of that decision-making process, which leads us to principle number 3. The team is stronger than the individual. This is the A-team principle. Team is stronger than the individual. A lot of leaders are very competent. A lot of individuals really competent, really smart, productive. But if they don't have a team around them, they're only going to go so far. And there's a bunch of these. Some of them are more direct than others. Some of them are like, here's the wine principle. Did I misspell wine, or is that a pictogram off? Picture of a wine glass. The wine principle says complaints are not allowed without bringing 2 solutions to the table. Say you want to complain about something, you're not allowed to complain unless you bring a solution, maybe 2 solutions to the table. Oh man, here's a good one. Anyways, I'm just going through these, just kind of looking at them. The humility principle. Consider the possibility that you're wrong, and when you are, admit it. A good, humble leader will always, he's going to have good tuition, right? He's going to have confidence. There's a reason he's a leader, but you always consider, could I be wrong? Is that a possibility? When you stop thinking that you could be wrong, you start entering into narcissism, and no one likes a narcissistic leader. Oh man, here's another good one. Well, I mean, they're all good. They're all good. I just had a friend implement this principle, and he was certainly, oh no, not this one. There was another one. Sorry, let me look at. Okay, here. This is the one. This is one my friend implemented just recently. It's the longevity principle. It's cheaper to promote and retain quality staff than lose them to your competitor's better offer. Give them the raise. Give them $10,000, $12,000 a year. It's only $1,000 a month. That's way cheaper to keep them on staff instead of having to lose them. Have a vacant seat on your team while you're recruiting. You're spending money now recruiting, looking for more people. Then once you get them, you have to bring them on. You have to onboard them. Maybe you have to pay a relocation package. You might even have to pay them what you would have paid this other person if you just gave them a raise to keep them. And you've lost momentum when you lose people. Now, with that, you don't want to let people threaten you, give me a raise, or you don't want ultimatums. But if a person needs to move just because of money, give them a raise. This one I like, the fly principle. Keep conflict healthy, not hostile. Healthy conflict, not hostile. Why is it called the fly principle? Because every person's been in this situation where you see a colleague, a coworker, a boss's fly that's down. And how do you handle that? Even that, addressing it could be a slight form of conflict. And if you're like me, you don't like conflict, so you avoid it. But there's 2 ways to address it. Either publicly, so it's embarrassing for the person whose fly is down, or privately, so there's tactfulness. Hey, I got your back, friends still friends, your fly's down, you got a booger hanging out, right? So that's a shallow example of some conflict, but there's a way to keep it healthy. There's also a way to make it hostile. We don't want our conflict to be hostile. We want it to be healthy. I'll end with this one. This is the last one. Principle number 38, the handcuff principle. A smaller team united is more effective than a large team divided. If you look at the top row, people playing tug of war against each other, when the goal is to move the truck, the truck's not going to move. And there's 3-on-3, 6 people on top. But if you look at the bottom, if everyone's pulling in the same direction, that truck's going to move. So you got to have healthy conflict in the meeting room when the doors are closed. You can have some division there, back and forth, even arguments, some good deliberation on ideas, challenging the status quo, challenging ideas. But when you walk out of that room, you need to be united. Even if the decision didn't go your way, when you walk out of the room, you're united with your leadership team. So the team that reports to you, they don't know which side you were on, which point you were arguing for, which vote you cast. The team made a decision, you're moving forward in the same direction with it. You don't talk trash about the other departments to your team. You're loyal, not to the team that reports to you, but to the team you report to, and you're united with them. So that's a good leadership principle too. Anyway, so I printed a couple sets of these cards just to get it started. We're going to see where this goes, maybe into a book, certainly into a leadership mastermind. But if you are in a position of executive leadership and you want to grow as a person and you want to develop your team, then let's talk, because I have some good frameworks that will get your team pointed in the right direction and help sharpen your leadership edge. So I'm going to sign out here. This is my first live stream on YouTube, so hopefully I do this correctly. But thanks for watching. This was fun.